Welcome to a coverage of certain stocks on the move, and one of them, amongst the many we'll cover this morning or in this video, is Walgreens Booth Alliance. The others are NIO, FSLY, Amazon, and much more. So we'll begin with Walgreens and let's see what's going on. Let's refresh this and see what's going on. I think it's slightly up in the pre-market. Let's get some more detail from stock tweets. That'll be WBA. Okay, it's up 1.81%. Let's see what may be driving that. Walgreens Booth Alliance shares rose in pre-market Thursday, the 15th of October 2020. The company reported fiscal Q4 adjusted earnings per share and revenue that were lower than year earlier results, but above analyst expectations and forecast growth in adjusted earnings per share in the new fiscal year. For the quarter ending August 31, the retail and pharmacy company posted adjusted earnings per share of $1.02, down from $1.43 per share in the year earlier quarter. Analysts polled by Capital IQ expected earnings per share of 0.96 on average. Sales were 34.75 billion, up from 33.95 billion a year earlier. The street forecast was $34.36 billion. The company said it expects adjusted earnings per share fiscal 2021 to grow in the low single digits. While the company expects a gradual reduction in the impact of COVID-19, it anticipates first half results will still be negatively impacted versus the pre-COVID-19 first half fiscal 2020. Walgreens Alliance Booth said. However, the company added it expects the second half of fiscal 2021 to feature strong adjusted earnings per share growth as the pandemic effects subside and recovery takes place in key markets. Shares of the retail company were up 2.8% at 36.90 in recent Thursday pre-trading. Okay, it's it's not as much anymore. It's now. Let's refresh again. It's currently at 36.60, which is about 1.8% or thereabout. So it has not really done so well. You can see a negative for 1 year, whereas the S&P US consumer staples was up 9.63 for the last 1 month. It's off by 117.33, whereas the same index S&P US consumer staples was up 11.24. In the last 1 month, it was also off 1.02, whereas the same index was up 2.52. That's consumer staples of the US of S&P component. The S&P also has performed better than it. All the other components of the related S&P components performed by far better than it. They did. So we all know what Walgreens does. So let's just quickly have a look in the charts and see. So Walgreens is at the moment trending at the moment. So hence the reason we're covering it. Okay, let's update. yes, you can see what's going on here. It has been declining and declining and declining, and currently trading. Yes, it closed yesterday, the 14th of October, below its one of its short-term trend lines, or medium-term trend line. That's the 20-day simple moving average, and it has been under it for some time as well, but slightly climbed above. Yeah, so well, if the outcomes that they have just announced anything to go by, then um, market participants might decide that it's time to put in some money here. But at the same time as well, we know that the um, the indexes, their futures have been declining in the pre-market at the moment, or over the last few days. So we don't know how that's going to affect Walgreens. Definitely, must have been affecting it as well. You can see. Well, I can't really say if it's. Oh yes, the last few days it did affect it. Yes, it did affect it. So, but not by a significant amount. So next equity in question will be NIO. Okay, NIO, you can see NIO is slightly up in these are pre-market figures, the pre-market prices. So let's see what's going on with NIO. You can see average volume is 103 million 103.6 million shares. That's the average volume over there. Shares outstanding is 1.362 billion. Short interest is 4.9. Okay, let's see if there's any news for NIO. Okay, yes, there's some news here. It's upgraded to overweight from neutral at JP Morgan, citing expectations for the company to dominate approximately 30% of the premium passenger EV market by 2025, among other factors. The firm expects to see a solid backlog of orders for the company's EC6 crossover when the company releases Q3 results. Hearing also upgraded at Citi, leads Chinese auto names higher. Related XPVLI, KLND, okay. So let's see whether there's more here. NIO Limited rose almost 23% after JP Morgan raised the stock rating for the electric vehicle company to overweight from neutral previously, and also setting $40 price target for NIO shares. Okay, so well, let's see what people are saying here, and let's also get a better picture, I think. Okay, it's up 2.64% in the pre-market. Not a healthy, not so wonderful, just a regular, I guess. And let's see what people are saying. It's an interesting equity. So waiting. Okay, this pre-market volume says it all. Will break all the walls today. Sky is the limit. Waiting for the drop after the opening, and more shares, soon $30. This was up 6% at 1:30 a.m. this morning. Where is it now? Walk it back down to $25 for Daddy. green opening, profit making versus profit taking. Another great day ahead of us, guys. Does anyone come for a green day? Don't worry, it will be really fun. Job done here. I can never forget all about this and revisit in 5 years. Most Chinese stock are very risky, so invest wisely. In the last few years of IPA history, mostly investors lost money. Is it good time to get in today? I'm so ready to see the next level here. Bulls on the way. Okay. We all know that NIO is into the electric vehicle business. So and you can see what the note over there says. It says they're likely going to take 30% of the market. Let's see and see what the chart is saying. Yeah, of late has continued to climb. Yesterday, there was a gap. It gapped yesterday. That's why we have this very straight line. We have this unbroken piece of the curve. So and it's currently trading above the short-term trend lines as well. So, but we understood from that piece we read over there that it was already up 28%. But what we are looking at right now is what are we looking at? And we're only looking at 2.49%. So probably much of it has fizzled that way. So this was the price this was what was responsible for the gap we showed you. That's a 22% increase. That's what's responsible for that. So, but this current 0.66 has not been reflected on the chart because we are covering this in the pre-market. So let's have a look at FSLY. Okay, FSLY also looks like it has lost some steam as well. Okay, that's it, 29.33%. And what are people saying? Let's find out what people are saying. I know people still want to buy the stock, seeing all these fear mongers posting. Options positions mentioned on Wall Street bets over the last 7 days. How long can you go? Where are the weight bulls from last night? It will open at 100, he said. We one day retest at 6. I'm going long on bustling stock. Stocks are heading low on October 15th, but trends remain high. Let's show them what we've got. Credit Suisse maintains outperform for price target with a price target of $400. Okay, so let's see. FSLY is an IT services company. Let's find out if there's any news here. There's some news, I think. FSLY has an average rating of hold and price targets ranging from $58 to $105 according to analysts pool by Capital IQ. Okay, I think this might be part of it. FSLY has an average rating of this. Okay, Stifle no close. Then downgrades FSLY to hold from buy. Price target is $77. Okay, so that first one we didn't read this. Bird downgrades FSLY to neutral from outperform. Price target is $5. So that may be what is driving FSLY down. The downgrades that have been reported. Okay, it was buzzing yesterday, the 14th, in the pre-market as well. So let's have a look. Yes, again, it's yes, it's down 29.63%. Yeah, 29.63%. So yesterday it also declined, and so we are looking at somewhere it's going to fall down to here when the market, if everything remains as it is, then it will crash through a lot of those trend lines we're seeing here. The medium term 20, medium term or intermediate 20-day trend line, and then well, this is also medium term, somewhat trend line of 50 days, but will crash through them and be somewhere here in between this 80 and this $90 and $80 price price lines. So but it has progressed of late, even though it's somehow traded in the range for some time during the summer. Yes, up to late October or September. From the summer, yeah, up to late October, just traded within a range, and has since continued to move up. So it's trying to retest, going by what we're seeing, trying to retest the summer lows. Was that a summer low? Okay, well, early autumn low of 75.56, but not exactly that close. If it actually opens at 87.93. Okay, let's refresh again and see what's going on. It's 7:30. It's even coming down gradually. So yes, and of late it's been in the overbought territory. So that it has some relative strong strength. So that might, amongst other things, might lead to that might be slightly responsible for the sort of losses we're seeing here. Double digits losses, 20, almost 30% loss. Okay, so the next equity is Amazon. Amazon is also down in the pre-market. Let's see. This will be heavyweight here on stock tweets. It's down 1.76%. Let's see what is responsible for what could be responsible for Amazon's decline. You can see the market cap is $1.7 trillion. Shares outstanding 500.9 million shares. Short interest zero. Very. The skepticism towards Amazon is not almost non-existent. 0.5. So it will rely on. It will always just rely on its own effort and the convictions of people who are optimistic about the ability to keep driving it up. Since we have this sort of figure as a short interest, then it will rely entirely on bullish and optimistic market participants to drive things up, which is good for some, in the opinion of other people. Okay, Morgan Stanley adjusts price target to 3,740 from 3,750. Retreats overweight. Okay, US stocks futures fall. Any news here on any news here concerning Amazon? Yeah. US stock index futures dropped on Thursday as investors braced for weekly jobless claims, which could compound fears of stalling economic recovery. The day after Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin dashed hopes of more physical aid before the election. The Labor Department's data is expected to show the number of Americans filing for state unemployment benefits eased to 825,000 last week from 840,000, but still remain at a high level as the labor market struggled to recover from the damage inflicted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, let's quickly have a look at the charts and see what's going on. Okay, and yes, option traders are also bullish as well. They're also bullish, yes. And also the fact that also we have 0.5 short interest indicates that yes, that most of the participants involved with Amazon's equity are also bullish. They don't have any skepticism, minimal, almost non-existent. So let's also validate that here on stock tweets and see. Shorts percent of float is 0.65, so almost like what we saw over there. So it increased by 19%. Okay. So let's have a look at the charts. While that is loading, we'll just come over here and see. Okay, it's down 1.771% in the pre-market. Okay, yeah. I was going to wonder if we're not getting any more tweets concerning Amazon. Okay, Trump is going to win again. It's going to be a devastating shock again to brainwash CNN viewers. Like, how the heck did it happen? Look at the giant crowds following Rockstar Dawn. A round of fantasy, propaganda, fake news. Damn it, the real world is telling another story again. Two-time champion Trump. Today's stock prices will be even better deals than even Amazon Prime Day, adding to my positions on these dips. Happy bargain shopping. I can hope the market sends this on the 30 so I can buy it all day and sell it for 30,005 around Christmas. My best bull holding. All eyes on staff for a day trade. Definitely time to load up on calls for ER. This free shipping is this is free shipping is COVID as a and a crowd of startups are for ever changing how Americans buy cars. COVID Xmas coming up. Buckle up. I got some good news about this market. About this market go bullish. Okay, so let's get back to the charts and see. So yeah, yesterday there was a decline. That's hence this deep we're seeing here. This downward looking chart. But also the short-term trend line is still looking bullish, and that of the sorry, this is the 20 days, so it is intermediate, I guess, and then this is a 50 days, so it is also in between. In between, I would say intermediate as well. So, well, let's say 20 is short term as well, and then 50 is intermediate. So it's currently trading up above those trend lines, and this is how it closed. And yeah, it's yeah. So market participants will love to see more declines, so that they can jump in. There isn't anything really wrong with Amazon, so anytime some sort of cool off occurs, then it's really good. It will attract yet more market participants who have not had the opportunity or who have missed out and who have been in the sidelines observing and waiting for an opportunity. So let's quickly jump into the next one. That will be VVPR. Okay, VVPR is also down as well. We don't exactly know what they do, but we'll find out. VivoPower International PLC. It looks like an Anglo-Saxon company. Vertex Pharmaceuticals, Infosys, VVPR. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, this is a chat mail. We use it sometimes, and they're saying earnings per share has grown by an impressive 85.54% over the past year. Potential breakout. Okay, yes, they're offering $8.50, not $10.50. I know there isn't a ton of people holding above $10. Wow, so happy I got out at the right time. I have confidence bulls. This looks like time. This likes to move in jumps. I'm fine with jumps. There's the positively that nomads. I've saved some piggy bank money. Time to average down. Okay, let's see what is going on. So it's yes, it's down 16.67%. Let's update things here. VivoPower PLC. Let's see if we can find any news. yes, announces pricing of $25 million on the routine public offering of ordinary shares. VivoPower International announced late on Wednesday the pricing of on the routine public offering of 2.9 million of its ordinary shares at the price to the public of $8.50 per share. Gross proceeds are expected to be approximately $25 million. The company said, adding that in addition, it has granted underwriters a 45-day option to purchase up to additional 441,176 of its ordinary shares. The offering is expected to close on October 19th, 2020. VivoPower said it plans to use the net proceeds from the offering together with its existing cash and equivalents to fund working capital needs, including $4.7 million to fund its acquisition of Timbo ELVBV. Okay. VivoPower International is a holding company. VivoPower is an international solar and critical power services company providing critical energy infrastructure, generation, and distribution solutions to a range of commercial and industrial customers, including the development, construction, and sale of photovoltaics solar projects. The company operates through three segments: critical power services, solar development, corporate office, VivoPower through its Australian subsidiaries, GA Martin and Kenshaw, provides a critical energy infrastructure system, generation and distribution solutions, including design, supply, installation, and maintenance of power and control systems. VivoPower prioritizes the development, construction, and sale of solar projects in Australia, leveraging the customer relationships of GA Martin and Kenshaw, and providing pipeline of development of EPC opportunities to GA Martin. Okay, so it's solar. We got it reproduced. I mean, we got it right. It's an Anglo-Saxon firm going by that PLCC. So this is the performance for last 1 year: 726.62%. Last 1 month is 1,432%, and the last one was 71.49%. So it might be high time it cooled off. Might be high time. Okay, well, I guess they took advantage of the fact that the stock has run up a lot of multiples, so in gains. So jump in and raise more capital, just like Tesla did. Let's see. The chart will definitely reflect such a thing. While we're also doing that, we'll see whether we can find anything concerning its short interest here. Okay, so we have a market cap of 155 million. So short interest increased by 23%, but they don't have that figure. So yes, it's what is it saying? It's down 16.14% in the pre-market. So let's see. We might try to work out what is going on here. Let's see. We might be able to find out exactly what the short interest is. We might be able to find out. Okay, so average volume is 4.4 million. We don't have the shares floated. Let's see if we have it. No, we will be shopping things over there. Average volume is 4.470. Okay, so if we have this market cap, so we may be able to find out what the float is. So that will be the market cap of 155,804 divided by 11.49. So that gives us a float of 13.56 million shares, 13.5 million shares. So okay, so the short interest takes 0.0 days to cover. So, but okay, that still doesn't bring us any close to what the short interest is. Okay, so if that is the case, it takes 0 days to cover, and then it has an average volume of 4.47. So it means that the short interest is lower than 4.4 million. So what's the ratio of okay, 13.560. Okay, well, might have an idea of what the short interest is, the short float is. Okay, it's about well, so we're looking at something okay. So this average volume, because the number of days it takes to close a short interest is associated with the average volume. So if this average volume is saying that it's 0 days, it means it's less. So so any short interest that is close to the average volume is 32%. So but since it's saying 0, that means it takes less. It's less than this, so it may not be 32%. It could be something far less than that. So yeah. So let's quickly have a look at the charts. Yes, obviously we'll have to expect to see this sort of spikes, and this also looks like definitely. Let me see. This is the 10th of August, and that next time is 9th of. So let me see. This is the 8th of October, and then it's so this is a gap in the market, definitely, and then that is the next. That is 9th, so that was a Friday, so this is a Monday. So certain market analysts will say that this is as a result of a short. This sharp decline maybe as a result of a short in the top, and then and that also occurred in the pre-market as well. So, so a bunch of folks may have shorted it in the pre-market, and it may not be short, so may just be a sell-off as well. But what is certain is that on the same day, the next day, the next trading day, it was sharply down as well. Well, what are we looking at there? 13.3, 13.62 from 16.28. So that's a significant, a held chunk of value going off there. So that would be something close to 20% going off. So yeah, you can rule out a short there. So but you can see it also it declined further, but they don't they look like big declines. But what is certain is that what may be certain is that this sharp retracement maybe as a result of shorts and more and we also, you can also see here that it's saying that the short interest increased by 23%. So you know, so it's we would like to see if we can cover the disclosure, the disclosure document itself, and see whether there's any financial disclosures there. I expect that there should be, because of the fact that it is trying to raise more funds. So let's quickly dive in there. We will include this link for you to have a look and digest in the description box below. So it's actually trading. Its office is in the United Kingdom. So they have an office in London, the central London. Okay, just that is all that they have. It's just it's a Form 6K, nothing much. But we'll go in and check the SEC and see if we can find any financial disclosure. Well, we have a lot of Form 6Ks here, and report of foreign issuer registration statement. This is Form 1A. Let's see whether it has anything financial there. Summary consolidated financial data. Okay, that's page 7. Let's see. Okay, revenue from contracts with customers is 48.7 million US dollars. Cost of sales is $40.8 million. Gross profit is $7.8 million. General and administrative expenses $5.7 million, $4 million. Operating profit or loss is $2.16 million. Finance expenses $3.1 million. Loss profit for the period is $5.1 million. Currency translation differences recognized directly in equity, $1.02 million. Comprehensive loss or income is $6.1 million. The consolidated statement of financial position data. Okay, cash and cash equivalents as at June 30th, 2020, $2.8 million. Current assets, $20.4 million. Current liabilities, $19.67 million. Current ratio is 1.04. Property and equipment net is $2.4 million. Total assets, $62.38 million. Debt, current and long term, $25.9 million. Total shareholders' equity is $17.890 million. Okay, so debt, current and long term, is $25.952 million. So okay, the cash it has is about $2.8 million. Okay, so that's not exactly very high. Current assets, $2.4 million. Liabilities is 19. Total assets is 62.380. Okay, let's see. But it's also down. The total assets is slightly down, so it has some assets and has not a very healthy amount of cash. Current assets is pretty much not too shabby, 20.4 million. So it's this debt also. This debt, current and long term, is 20.9454. Okay, so that is what we have to be dealing with. Okay, well, out of the total assets of 62.380. Okay, fairly okay, I think. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, share, like, and subscribe. Share, like, and subscribe. Okay, thank you very much for watching.